Hi, everybody. Welcome. I am super, super excited to see everybody today. Sophia, you have an amazing way that you want to start the sessions. So as soon as you come on camera, we will go ahead and do that. I'm excited.
Hello, everybody. While I just share a few places, let's just take a few deep breaths. Another deep breath. And once again. So, welcome everybody to the Tuesday conversation with Brittany. So, welcome. And as I had mentioned earlier on, that we're going to take 5 minutes before we get into the conversation and just send love and invite the healing for the collective. So we're just going to be in silence for a few minutes. So hello once again. I'm Sofia Rego and I'm tuning in from Stockholm, Sweden. And we're here every Tuesday to talk about holistic spiritual healing. And now is the time that we are talking a lot about it. There's very much of healing that we're doing on a personal level and also with the collective. So, Brittany, if you have anything to bring today to the table, what would you talk about?
Oh, I think, one of the things about being inside of the realm of spiritual healing and just being present in who you are is is knowing that where you stand is enough. I think so many times we feel like we need to defend, or we feel like, you know, we can't just stand as we are. So I love the space of just being who you are as you are.
Yeah. So that's the part of being present and where you are, like you said, is trying to do as you can from where you are. And that starts in the area that you are at.
Yeah, I love that.
So when was
W- What were you gonna say, Sophia?
I was going to say, what was a healing modality that you've done last? yourself.
Well, I just meditated with you for 3 minutes.
That's a start. Yes.
I had PT yesterday, for my leg. So
Yeah.
really just getting in the spirit and space of what can your body do and really what is it expected to do, right? I think there's very many times where we feel the word can't, and we utilize the word can't. Well, I can't do that, or I can't be in that space. And honestly, if your body can do things that you don't even imagine it can do, right? Your body overcomes and builds and it fights off colds every day that you never even realized you were supposed to have. But really being in that space of, okay, I shattered my tibia and this movement hurts, and having somebody just massage out the toxins in that muscle allowed me to move freely yesterday. Whereas I've been, slowly just, I've had a really big gait because of that walk and that muscle when it freely. So really just allowing your body to understand that yes, it might be tight, but it doesn't mean it can't. It just means it needs a little bit of, a little bit of push, a little bit of that forward motion.
Yes, that is. And that's the beauty of it. I just had my day, Tuesdays are my days to work with corporate clients. So I work with IT companies. So they come to me for sessions, which is great because massage at the physical level, it is great for the body. And especially if you've injured yourself, yes, that works great. So I'm
Well,
glad
and
that
being
you're
able to
taking
work
this.
in the corporate world like you do, you're able to help put in something that isn't normally. In America, we don't allow our corporate people to go to their massage therapist, right? Like, we don't have a day where you can say, hey, your back hurts. We know that you do this job, and this is something that helps you. So I love that you get to do that, Sophia. I love that you get to go into a corporate world and understand that these people sit at their desk all day. They sit like this, or they, however they sit and however their posture is. I sit in a chair that is not, that people would totally tell me I can't sit in, but it's my comfort. It's where I can sit
Yeah.
up straight. It's where my butt might not have cushion, but my back is straight. Like, I feel correct. But there's so many places that don't honor that space of being holistically healed around work.
Yes. And that is why I love doing what I do is because I'm able to bring what I have worked with for so many years and working the holistic approach side of it and bring it into the corporate world is that bridge that I've been talking about with my work. So I
What do
love it.
you find inside of the corporate world when they come to you? Like, when people come and see you, what are you finding with that?
I think the baseline of coming for themselves. They're taking the time, even though they're in the corporate world. Um, the advantage of what we have, the healthcare system, is to get sessions when during work or after work. So, yeah, and having them at locations that are close by so they can actually take the opportunity to take care of themselves and they're open to it. I find a lot of people very open to my approach of therapy. So, yeah, I do have my returning clients coming through and they're very open to when I talk about the moon cycles, when I talk about festivals that's happening. So yeah,
Awesome, very good. Um, Now, when we talk about this and we're looking at, you're in Sweden, and so it's they have you come out, and it's a common practice in Sweden. And
yes,
I know that on Thursdays, Linda and I talk about a lot of peak performance inside of, who you are inside of a corporation, inside of a business. And what benefits do you see when people bring you in to help to help their employees? Do you see that it has, has it been proven that this is helping and this is increasing productivity? Yeah, they miss an hour for a massage, but they get 2 hours worth of work done, right? What is that insight for you?
So I think I've looked at the individual when I work. I don't look at the corporation because again, a person has their personal life and their kind of work life, and it kind of goes into both. So I kind of take them as they come as an individual and work through their struggles, and it's very personal. So it's all of them have different struggles when it comes to work, but that mash kind of, that's why my treatments are so customized for each one. When I have lesser time to talk to them, then it gets harder, but then I see them so frequently. So we built like a plan around their healthcare. So that's so I get pieces and nuggets from both sides, and we look at it and working from the root of what's causing it and then going upwards.
I
So
love
yeah, it's
that.
like a
That's
tree.
awesome.
The different branches of yeah, what needs to be worked on, and then we look at the physical because again, like you said, your posture and so on. So, and that is my side of the clinical aspect. When I worked with physiotherapists, that gave me that foundation, and so yeah, I work on both sides, the clinical side and the holistic side of it.
Awesome. And it's really good to know that it creates a difference, right? They get to
It
come to
does.
you, they get to talk about work, they get to talk about what's going on inside of their home life. Because as much as everybody says, they're separate, they're intertwined. Your mentality and mental, what is that word? Car putting it in the boxes and letting it go sometimes becomes
Yeah.
very difficult. And as much
Yeah.
as we want to say, well, I did do that, our mentality might not fully be there. And others can see that and it projects inside of, well, I'm trying to be in this space, but something is over here. So I'm glad that you're able to help them really learn that space and overcome those difficulties.
It's like a coaching session. It's like a workshop. Every time they come through, they get information, which is all about what's needed for that day. So it's intuitively guided, and also I talk them through things. So yeah, I become the accountability partner, and I check in with them. So how things going on, the follow up. So it's yeah, it's great. I think people are taking care of themselves, and the one way that I can help them is through physical touch and also having conversations. Yeah.
Well, and you say physical touch, but you also do Reiki online, right?
Yes, I do. I do Akashic readings online, healing online. Yes.
And I bring that up because there's, when you're looking at who can we turn to, who can we go to, it doesn't always have to be the person next door. But it does need to be the person that you're comfortable with. It needs to be the person that you can sit in a room with silently, right? That first 5 minutes, I'm everybody was probably watching me because my ADHD in my eyes, and I was like, okay, I'm gonna breathe, I'm gonna sit here, and then I'd open my eyes and I'd watch the timer. Because everybody reacts differently. And I was able to sit quietly that amount of time because I know that I'm in a space with you. And I know that it's a safe space. I would love for you, because we're gonna start all of our times with that 5 minutes. Could you
Yes.
tell everybody what is expected inside of that 5 minutes? What do you want them to think about? What do you want them to focus on? What is the resemblance of the bells? What is that purpose?
So it's Very much on intention setting. So when we set the intention today was to be in silence and set a prayer for healing and peace. So that would be your chant, like a prayer that you come up with during that time. So when you have guided meditations, they're different. So again, the sound, it is to just work with opening the energy centers to activate it, and then kind of closing it by saying, okay, you're welcome back now.
I love
So yeah,
that.
because and talk about ADHD, I do have it too. And so that's where the timer, I'm like, okay, I'll ring the bells. My bells are always with me. So that's one way I work with sound healing.
That's awesome because that gives you something to do while you're trying to focus and meditate, and it gives you a something to just keep that physical part in. I love that. All right,
Mhm.
Sophia, I appreciate you today. What are we talking about
Thank
next
you.
week? Do you have an idea, or does everybody get to find out?
We're going to find out. The
All right.
crystals.
Ooh, crystals will be great. I'm excited. All right. Sophia, everybody, if you are
Thank you so
looking for
much.
online Reiki or any this side, go that way. There's Bitly codes on that side of us. If you are looking for some amazing holistic healing and just some great ideas on how you can take care of yourself and really move forward inside of that holistic spiritual healing space, reach out to Sophia. She is amazing and has a booking calendar. You can talk to her. Thank you all so very much for following us. This is our, I think it's our third episode. Yeah, third episode. So follow us on YouTube if you want to see what we're all about. We have a few episodes you can watch, and we greatly appreciate everybody. Have a great day. Thank you, Sophia, so much.
Thank you.